What's up? What's up? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's happening, man? Mm. Oh, what's happening, y'all? Oh, shout out to Rumble, man. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble, man. Rumble been lit for the last 2 weeks, man. I think a lot of you guys don't know. We've been over there on Rumble, man, lighting it up, man. Doing it till we satisfied, whatever it is. Yeah, we still on Rumble though, man. Don't get it twisted, man. We still on Rumble, man. Salute to everybody watching the Rumble. We going to Rumble too, man. Um, I gotta let everybody figure out we over here, man, and not on Ock Nation TV, man. Did you? How many of y'all um knew that we was over here? Was it hard to figure out that we were over here, or did I do a good job of letting people know that we on this channel and not on Ock Nation TV? And make sure y'all join my unofficial Discord, man. I forgot whoever whoever created the unofficial Ock Nation Discord. Go ahead and post that shit, man. Because I mean, it's probably better to have an unofficial Discord than an official one, man. Y'all do y'all thing, man. It's probably better to have an unofficial Discord, man. Woman needs a love just like you do. Don't fool yourself into thinking that she don't. Woman needs a love just like you do. Let's give her all the love that she wants. Yeah, man. Thank you, Georgia. Yeah, man. A lot of you guys were mods on the other channel. I can't remember if you were mods or not. Yeah, man. We in this bitch. We up in this bitch. A woman needs love just like you do. Don't take yourself into thinking she don't. Mess around and get your feelings hurt. Oh man. Yeah, man. We up in this bitch. What's up, everybody? Salute to everybody that was over on Rumble, man. I think everybody might still be over there, man. Yeah, man. Salute to everybody watching on Rumble, man. Whew. Is there Odyssey yet? I haven't had a chance. I'm trying to get some time to work on it, man. I was putting together this goddamn TV stand today, man. Fuck. Shit took all day and I still didn't get it done. Salute to CA, man. He said, I keep watching the women in football stream. Fisherman is hilarious. Oh, yeah, that was good stuff, man. That women in football stream. Yeah, man, we had a good time over on Rumble, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Rumble's lit. We still on Rumble. We still on Rumble, man. Yeah, salute to you, DVK, man. Yeah. We still on Rumble, man. We still on Rumble, man. We on Rumble right now. We live on Rumble right now. And we going to Rumble too tonight, man. When it get thick, man, when it get hairy, man, and shit gotta be when it gets real in these streets, man, we gonna bounce over the Rumble, man. You better get a Rumble account. I don't know what time I'm gonna go over there. I may go over there, starting a little late, may go over there like maybe 12:31 ish. 12:31. Oh, so the healer, man. What's happening, man? Yeah, I'm about to drop the link, man, soon, man. About to drop the link soon, man. A lot to get into, man. It's a whole lot going on, Jack. There's a whole lot going on. Yeah, we gonna do the safe stuff over here, man. We're gonna do the safe stuff, man. But when we turn up, man, we're gonna do the safe stuff over here, man. No doubt, man. We're gonna do the safe things over here, man. But when we turn up, it's gonna be time to um it's gonna be time to go to Rumble. Oh, oh, okay. So we got it's a lot. It's a lot going on, man. Philly still being Philly, man. Philly still being Philly. Um, Yeah, let me. Oh shit. Yeah, man. Make sure you hit that PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Salute to everybody watching on Rumble, man. Make sure y'all hit that PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. For all that want to know, we're on YouTube, but we're on Ock Nation News. We're on YouTube, but we're on Ock Nation News. Let me put the link to that channel in here too. I gotta put the link to Ock Nation News in the description box. Um, we're on YouTube, but we're on Ock Nation News. We're not on Ock Nation TV. So let me put these links in the description box right quick. We put these links in the description box. We are officially on Ock Nation TV, Ock Nation News. Put it on the description box for Rumble, man. Rumble family can know. We are on Ock Nation News if you want to watch on YouTube. And I put it in the community tab too on all my channels. Salute to James Iveen. Is this Jimmy? Is this the real Jimmy Iveen, man? I got a single coming out in a month, man. He said couldn't figure out how to get or Rumble rants to work. Can it be done on mobile? Oh man, you know what? That's crazy. I didn't know that it was hard to get a Rumble rant. I have to look into that, man. I just I never knew that it was a problem with it. I have to investigate that, man. Salute to you, man, though, for the super chat, man. Yeah, man, we back in these YouTube streets, man. We back in these YouTube streets. Salute to everybody watching on Rumble, man. I'm about to get started, man. I'm about to drop this link on y'all head. Mobile browser. Woman needs love just like you do. Let's see where's the link. Okay, link is right here. Let me get this link out here, man. Salute to everybody, man. We back in effect with a mask and a tech. Let me drop it in Rumble chat. Link is in Rumble. Boom. The link in the Rumble description box. Bidoom. All right. Let's get started, man. Let's see. Sound out. All right. Everything good? I need y'all to tell me how my sound is, man. He said, I didn't disrespect. He said, he did his son. I'm like, you son, man. You crazy. That is insane, man. Y'all are funny, man. Yeah, man, I've been locked up so many times over YouTube, YouTube streets, man. I did that 2 weeks standing on my head. Yeah, man.
An incident that happened at a McAllister's restaurant.
My dad was a hard worker.
What
He
the
used to
hell?
do side jobs, installing windows, charging something like $100 a window when other guys were charging $400 to $500. He just didn't want to do that. He was proud of the price he was charging. My dad instilled in me, always put the people before the money. Be proud of offering a good product at a fair price.
What
I think
the
he'd
hell?
be extremely proud of me. Yeah.
An incident that happened at a McAllister's restaurant back in November. According to a Facebook post made by KCSO, 3 officers were allegedly denied service by a 15-year-old worker. The worker, the sister of Anthony Thomas Jr., a teen killed in a high school bathroom by officers, says that she was just changing shifts and had asked.
Okay, so this girl, little son teen, if you remember this case in Tennessee, man, this son teen brought a gun to school and he was acting like a jackass, and cops were called to the school and he ended up getting shot and killed. And now his sister works at a restaurant.
An incident that happened at a McAllister's restaurant back in November. According to a Facebook post made by KCSO, 3 officers were allegedly denied service by a 15-year-old worker. The worker, the sister of Anthony Thomas Jr., a teen killed in a high school bathroom by officers, says that she was just changing shifts and had asked one of her co-workers to take care of the officers that day. It was later found out McAllister fired the teen, but never disclosed the reason as to why she was let go. The incident has caused quite a stir in social media. One commissioner getting involved, Dr. Dasha Lundy, called on the community to speak up at a commission meeting.
So they how do you claim racism when a little rando black chick gets fired from a fucking restaurant and it's a fucking, you need a town hall meeting to discuss it? Both things can't be true. Salute, salute, salute. Both things can't be true. Salute to my bro, man. That's my bro, man. Okay. Salute to my man, or my man, old Razzled on Razzle Daz on Rumble, man. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you, bro. It's an Ock Nation Hall of Famer, man, right there. Um, how can both things be true, man? That's what I want to know. Tell me both things are true. Tell me if both things are true. Can both things be true? This can be a irredeemably nakedly racist country, and a son sister could get fired from her job, a rando son sister, and you have a town meeting about it. Can both things be true?
Incident that happened at a McAllister's restaurant back in November. According to a Facebook post made by KCSO, 3 officers were allegedly denied service by a 15-year-old worker. The worker, the sister of Anthony Thomas Jr., a teen killed in a high school bathroom by officers, says that she was just changing shifts and had asked one of her co-workers to take care of the officers that day. It was later found out McAllister fired the teen, but never disclosed the reason as to why she was let go. The incident has caused quite a stir in social media. One commissioner getting involved, Dr. Dasha Lundy, called on the community to speak up at a commission meeting that bring the issue to light.
I do not apologize for doing my job and handling a situation with decorum and professionalism in which these officers did not do. Since then, I have lost my first job and been forced to watch my name and character be dragged through the mud and destroyed via social media because of Kimberly Glenn, a communications director for the Knox County Sheriff's Office who failed to do her job accurately and has still yet to face the consequences of her actions. I leave you with this. Number 1, if I was anything other than a brown girl, would this have happened? 2, was I targeted because of who my brother is? And number 3, Where's the accountability for those who choose to spread misinformation about me when I was only doing my job?
So the officers come in and she doesn't serve the officers. I guess she's upset because her brother was killed. I'll give this sister a pass, man. Her brother got whacked by the cops, even though he was dead wrong. Her brother was dead wrong. I'll give her a pass, man. You know, her brother got killed by the police, and she didn't want to serve the officers. And the restaurant fired her. And then she came back and said, "Well, it wasn't because I didn't want to serve the officers. It was because I was changing my shift, and I let the other girl. The other girl was supposed to serve them." I'll give her a pat. Anybody feel a little leniency for this girl? I mean, her brother did get whacked by the cops. I mean, he was a fucking unrepentant thug, but you know, I just can't believe this is worthy of a town hall meeting.
That bring the issue to light.
I do not apologize for doing my job and handling a situation with decorum and professionalism in which these officers did not do. Since then, I have lost my first job and been forced to watch my name and character be dragged through the mud and destroyed via social media because of Kimberly Glenn, a communications director for the Knox County Sheriff's Office who failed to do her job accurately and has still yet to face the consequences of her actions. I leave you with this. Number one, if I was anything other than a brown girl, would this have happened? 2, was I targeted because of who my brother is? And number 3, where's the accountability for those who choose to spread misinformation about me when I was only doing my job? When will they be held accountable?
We don't have a organization that looks over the whole operation of KCSO, and it's very concerning when you have events like what happened at the McAllisters, where a 15-year-old girl was fired. And really, we never really got the whole story on that. Posting something as a representative of a sheriff's office is wrong, but especially when it's a 15-year-old girl or a minor, come on. Even without the connection to Anthony Thompson, it's already bad, but now it makes it even worse. Like it's a little suspicious.
We should mention the commission hasn't said whether they will take action on the incident. We will keep you updated if anything changes.
So her brother got whacked out. Do y'all want to see how her brother got whacked out? Does anybody want to see how her brother got whacked out? Hit one if you want to see how her brother got whacked out. I dropped the link, man. The link is dropped. The link is in the description box. I've been dropped the link, man. I dropped the link like 20 minutes ago, man. What y'all talking about, man? You want to see how her brother got whacked out? Oh, man. Let's see how her brother got whacked out, man, by the cops, you know. Tell me how my sound is. Please tell me how my sound is, man. If the video's cracking, tell how the sound on the video is.
1 year ago today, Knoxville police shot and killed Anthony Thompson Jr. That 17-year-old was in a bathroom at Austin East High School. Police shot him after the 9mm pistol he had in his hoodie went off while they tried to arrest him.
10 News reporter Cole.
You heard that? Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Salute. Make sure you hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. The PayPal, the Cash App, or the Super Chat. Be back here. Salute to everybody watching on Rumble, man. Who believes that, man? The gun just accidentally went off, man, while they was trying to arrest him, man. This is how her brother died. So, I mean, I'm still gonna give the little sister. She 15 years old. She ain't want to serve the cops that came to her restaurant. I'm gonna give the little mammy a break, man.
1 year ago today, Knoxville police shot and killed Anthony Thompson Jr. That 17-year-old was in a bathroom at Austin East High School. Police shot him after the 9mm pistol he had in his hoodie went off while they tried to arrest him.
10 News reporter Cole Sullivan joins us to break down the very latest on the investigations into this police shooting. Cole?
John, today the Thompson family's lawyer tells me the family planned a graveside celebration of life for Anthony. This week, his mother filed a lawsuit against the city and Knoxville police.
What's up, AP? How you been? AP? You muted, AP. How's everything? AP?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, man. Did you get a new microphone?
Yeah. I wonder of all the she can have the right to refuse service working in a restaurant. What would if Gladys start refusing service the ones who've been victimized by Sun people? What would happen then? Not to mention all the Asians who have been assaulted and beaten and robbed by Sun people, who many work in the medical profession. If they decide to say, hey, we're not doing any surgeries for these people anymore.
Well, I mean, we all know how that would turn out. I mean, the Sun community we depend on other groups for everything. We would be fucked up in the game, and we would cry racism, and a lot of people would get fired. A lot of people would get branded racist. But yeah.
It's just a disgrace that, like you said, they're wasting taxpayers' money to have a town meeting for this. I understand she has feelings, that's her brother and everything, but you are hired to work a job. Your feelings don't matter. And working in the service industry like that, you're going to serve all types of people.
And the cop who killed him didn't come in. It was just some cops. It wasn't the cop that killed him. It was some cops. So, I mean, if there would have been the cop that killed her brother, yeah. But see, you got to understand, I give these little mammies a little break, man, because, I mean, like, she doesn't have a chance. She's going to be a full-fledged, stomp the yard mammy, when she grows up, and there's no saving her. So I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I can't really,
But see, the problem with people not confronting people like this is these are the mammies that become your district attorneys. These are the mammies that are going to be teaching your kids in school. And these are the mammies that are going to go on TV and cry and want everybody to feel sorry for them. It's time for society to start pushing back, because this isn't right. If she doesn't want to work in the service industry, then don't work there. Police officers come there all the time. What does she expect?
Yeah, no, I got you.
And judging from her attitude doing that, I'm quite sure she gets 4 stars in customer service. This isn't her first time. It's, I don't know.
Well, I mean, look. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I agree with everything you said. It's hopeless, man. Let's see what else is going on
and let's be honest. This is why in fast food restaurants you see hombritos working there and you don't see the sons.
Because they keep their head down. And they work.
Right.
Sun man is taking.
People just want to smile and get a sandwich. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. People work. They just want to come in, get that coffee, get that sandwich. Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. How you doing? Smile and leave. They don't want to hear your politics. They don't want you cursing them out. Getting an attitude. You're supposed to leave that at home. And this is why the Sun youth, and they say, well, nobody hires us. Nobody wants us around. This is why. Yeah,
nobody wants us around. Like, nobody. Like, we the least. It's crazy that people fake. Liberals have to fake like they want us around. Like nobody wants some people around in mass. Like maybe you or you or you, but as a group, nah, man. I think everybody's good on having some people around, man. And it's sad, man. Necroverse, what's up, man? Necroverse, Necroverse. You got a weird screen, man. I might have to drop you, man, if you don't say nothing soon, man. All right, there you go. Yeah, man, you gotta get your shit together, man. Let's see. Let's see what's going on.
That will get your attention. A disorienting flashbang, a visit from ATF agents busting up gang activity on Detroit's west side at 6 a.m. But before this and this, methodical work goes into these operations by elite agents out of the ATF Special Operations Division on loan to Detroit. This crew of several dozen seasoned, experienced with an average age in the...
And they're all gliders. They're all gliders. This troop that's going in there, this is like a military troop that it takes to go in and deal with the Sunman in the city.
Methodical work goes into these operations by elite agents out of the ATF Special Operations Division on loan to Detroit. This crew of several dozen seasoned, experienced with an average age in the mid-40s.
I always worry about our crew, and you know, I'm a father too, so maybe it's a little bit of a father instinct.
That's Special Agent in Charge Paul Vanderplow, the current head of the Detroit Field Division and formerly the chief of one of 5 specially trained teams across the country.
What would this community look like without this unit right here, AP? Without these guys?
Worse than anything you can find in Beirut, Ukraine, or Tijuana.
But look at how it looks. It's a fucking shithole war zone now with this unit there. That's just, it's insane that it could be even worse without, because no one sees this. Remember, this is not the beat cop driving down the street that you can see. You don't see their work unless you're neighbors to the drug house. You know what I'm saying? Their work is basically, you know, covert to the general masses of the city. This is just the grunt work, getting criminals off the street, getting illegal guns off the street, getting drugs off the street, picking up guys with warrants and blah, 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 that the general city never has to even know is going on.
And when he comes into your restaurant for a cup of coffee and a hot sandwich, you refuse to serve him. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. Yeah, man. It's crazy. If you want to come up, man, if you wanna come up, make sure you have your camera on. You have to have your camera and your thing connected on StreamYard if you want to come up to the if you want to come onto the show. I see Necroverse. You don't have your stuff. You don't have your stuff. You don't have your I think you don't have your screen connected, Necroverse. That's why I can't bring you on, because you're not connected. And yeah, if you wanna, yeah, man. So these guys right here, man, I just don't understand, man, how these guys are not heroes. It just baffles me. What's up, Fisherman?
Without these dudes, then America is Haiti. That's how the world works. This is the definition of the white man's burden.
Yeah.
I always worry about our crew, and I'm a father too, so maybe it's a little bit of a father instinct.
That's Special Agent in Charge Paul Vanderplow, the current head of the Detroit Field Division and formerly the chief of one of 5 specially trained teams across the country, running more than 200 similar ops each year. Anonymity key with our cameras around.
They running this one unit does 200 of these each year. Just these guys right here. And never hear about it. This would be a very, 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 we take for granted all this shit that's going. That's what I always talk about. Right now, as we speak, there's some fucking fighter jet refueling at 40,000 feet, and we don't have to fucking worry about it. There's a submarine, in the fucking Persian Gulf. You know what I'm saying? Patrolling the fucking area and shit. We don't have to fucking worry about it. We just get to live our lives, man.
Myself and photojournalist Todd Brangan joined this 4:15 a.m. roll call at an undisclosed location. Months of planning got them here. A coordinated dance with other agencies, 5 search warrants executed simultaneously across Detroit. They're working to dismantle gang activity, affiliates of the Omerta Boys and Purple Heart, specifically alleged gun crimes by 23-year-old Trayvon Mathis, who got out of prison in 2021 for assault with intent to do great bodily harm and gun charges. Vanderplow says Mathis is once again in the gun game and hiding in plain sight, posting photos of himself with guns on Instagram, even using the word trigger in his handle and taunting in a screenshot of a video rapping to the camera, quote, "The feds are coming." Well, they did.
As we pull up here, it will be
Yo, this is the shit they dealing with. These sudden men that you see, you thinking that they just working with impunity, but the group that's dealing with them is not on the fucking CNN. They're not on social media. They're not getting awards from the fucking mayor. They're just doing grunt work behind the scenes with their fucking head down. Well, this guy's. Well, everybody thinks that, he's got it so sweet, man. He just gets to run around with impunity. Not quite, man. There's still some good guys out here.
Feds are coming. Well, they did.
As we pull up here, it will be very noise discipline will be adhered to. It will be relatively quiet. You will see getting 25 individuals up to a door, how quiet they can be.
We rode along as the team in unison heads to the house off Prevost near Margarita on Detroit's west side. Each agent carrying about $30,000 worth of equipment to keep them safe. And yes, the suspects too. The approach.
Who's paying for each one of these guys to carry $30,000 worth of equipment? Is it Boom Shika on Section 8 with her fucking EBT card paying for this shit? Because she's the one that benefits from not having these fucking guys in her neighborhood.
These dudes are her baby daddies, though.
Yeah.
Stealth, almost silent.
You guys are rolling deep this morning.
Correct.
Why is that?
Well, some of these warrants, they warrant, the level of violence that these individuals have demonstrated. We bring the proper tools to mitigate risk.
And that risk high this morning.
Numerous individuals who have been terrorizing the area, numerous firearms violations, numerous narcotics violations, some other fraud issues.
Vanderplow says guns in plain sight inside the house. 3 men brought out, including their suspect, Trayvon Mathis, seen walking out in his boxers. Later, agents...
They pull homie out in his boxers. God. Dog. Whew. Salute the bike 11235, man, for the cash app, man. They pulled homie out in his boxers. Homie that was just on the internet, man. It was all good just a week ago, man. God, dog. It was all good just a week ago. Man. Homie out here in his boxers.
This seen walking out in his boxers. Later, agents would get them out of the cold and inside for questioning.
I've preached through numerous interviews with yourself and others. If you're going to do this kind of stuff, I have a crew that will find you. We're going to come after you.
Ultimately, Mathis will stand trial before a judge in federal court. The bigger picture here, Vanderplow says, is the people who live here. They're just a little safer when the sun rises.
The end result of us coming in here, ridding this neighborhood of this, so now the citizens and the neighbors around here can enjoy their homes.
This night, one of the last search warrants this veteran will go on, retiring with the ATF after 27 years of service, a successful mission to cap off a career.
We're dads, we're moms, we have people that, we care about people. That's why we do this. We don't do this because, we like knocking in doors at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Reporting on Detroit.
Well, that's not what the average Sun person thinks. They think you're doing it because you're a racist. You hate black people.
It's West Side. Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Good evening, I'm Dick Brennan.
I'm Dana Tyler. Tonight, New York City Council member Eric Botcher says his support for drag story hours led to a physical confrontation at his apartment building in Chelsea last night.
And it appears it's part of a bigger problem. According to GLAAD, more than 120 events in the country featuring drag performers have faced targeted threats this year.
I mean, I just don't know what they expect, man. I mean, we see the videos, and we watch that stuff on Rumble, man. I mean, it's crazy. Guys, some guy in the phone twerking like inches away from some kid in front of like 50 adults on some street corner or in some fucking auditorium somewhere. The kids are like giving the guy dollars and shit. His junk's all hanging out. It's just like, what do they expect, man? I'm shocked by this, though. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm shocked. I didn't think people were I didn't know there was this much backlash. Are you shocked by this, guys?
Not really, no.
I thought people would just resign to this shit. I didn't know people had been, going to war with this shit because let me twerk in front of a bunch of little kids, man, in a thong. I mean, I'd get hauled off to jail so fast. I mean, like it's just crazy, man.
The Department of Homeland Security warned the LGBT community is among several groups that could be targeted.
CBS 2's Alice Gaynor takes a closer look at the controversy.
A group of demonstrators got physical with neighbors at Councilmember Eric Botcher's apartment building Monday night in Chelsea and wrote hateful messages on the sidewalk.
Calling me a pedophile and a child predator and a groomer. Really the typical stuff for them.
Some got inside the building. The NYPD says 2 women were arrested and charged with criminal trespass. Prior to this, they vandalized his district office.
So it's women. There's some women that are against this stuff, too.
This all began Saturday outside the New York Public Library location here on 20th Street.
What are you, a pedophile?
Councilmember Botcher filmed demonstrators outside Drag Story Hour for neurodiverse children, kids with autism and other disabilities.
Luckily, we have people supporting us.
In a statement, the New York Public Library wrote in part, quote, "The story hour went on as planned, including readings, coloring activities, and a dance party at the end. It plans to continue offering programs that support diversity."
So they still did the shit.
Activities and a dance party at the end. It plans to continue offering programs that support diverse voices. This is particularly important at this moment when we are seeing a rise of hate and violence targeting LGBTQ+ communities. For years, drag story hours elsewhere in New York and around the country have been a target of far-right groups.
It's not like we're kidnapping children. These are coming with parents who are here to have a good time. And
I mean, he makes a good point, though. I mean, as much as I detest these guys, and I think these guys are demons, I mean, he makes a good point there, Fisher, right?
What did he say? I missed it.
These are coming with parents who are here to have a good time and show them inclusivity and
of far-right groups.
It's not like we're kidnapping children. These are coming with parents who are here to have a good time and show them inclusivity.
No, but they are getting caught exposing their genitals to children, and they are getting caught grooming them. And a lot of these guys have already been convicted for child sex crimes of varying degrees.
Yeah, I mean, I just find it hard to believe that just a normal guy in his 40s or 50s just decides to put on a full face of makeup and a fucking goddamn extravagant wig and prance around in a thong in front of a bunch of kids. I mean, that wasn't your first rodeo.
Nah, these dudes are mentally ill. Like, these dudes need years worth of therapy to figure out what exactly is wrong with them. And a lot of it, I think, goes back to like child molestation and split personality disorder because of that.
Yeah, I mean,
like
you got,
if you got the most of these guys, to be honest, I guarantee most of them have been molested before the age of 10.
Yeah,
but
man,
admit think about how emasculating that is, though, to admit that. Like, a lot of dudes don't want to admit that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's very tough. It's very tough to admit. I mean, I thank the Lord that that's not my story, but I think that I could just imagine if it was, man. Knowing me, man, I'd be definitely ashamed of it, especially as a son, man. You just can't imagine how hard it is as a son, man. Like, some people, they think shit like that's funny. Like, if you come out and say that shit, like, they're like, if you come out and say you've been molested, you gotta be the friendliest motherfucker in the world from that point on. You can never get in the argument. You can never get a dust up or nothing with somebody, because they gonna pull that card, man. So it's just like it's tough for a son, man. I feel bad for a son, man, that had to come out with that shit.
Far-right groups.
It's not like we're kidnapping children. These are coming with parents who are here to have a good time and show them inclusivity and love.
Protests are a part of free speech in America, but the fact that they are filled with such vitriol and hatred.
Todd Sears is founder of Out Leadership.
Club Q, not even a month ago. All of this violent rhetoric does actually lead to violent outcomes. And those who are perpetuating this literally do have blood on their hands.
Botcher says ultimately it's
Hold
a choice.
on. So, but nothing about the guy in a thong twerking in front of kids.
This is why controlling the media is so important, because this entire segment has framed it as that if you don't agree with twerking in front of kids, you're the weird one.
Right. You're the one with the problem. And he's just up there,
Like, imagine if they just reframed this and they said grown men are showing their genitals to children in public libraries and schools, and this is not okay.
And their parents are complicit.
It's all about normalization.
Yeah.
And these overpaid pieces of shit that do these segments, like, they don't care. They're just getting paid.
If you don't want to take your kids to the program, don't.
In Chelsea, Alice Gaynor, CBS 2 News.
The New York Public Library says a local drag artist is trained by children's librarians and that they read picture books, do movement activities, and give an age-appropriate introduction to the concept of drag as a form of dress-up and play.
Oh, my God. Smash.
An MTA worker is recovering after being attacked early this morning.
Yeah, that's right. The suspect arrested after police say he made his way into a dispatch room. A frightening situation. Fox 5's Reagan Medji live in the West Village with the details. Good morning, Reagan.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Yeah, you said it. A 51-year-old MTA worker attacked while on the job inside the dispatch area here at the 8th Avenue, 14th Street subway station. Let's take a look at some video into the newsroom. And this is what police are saying, that it happened at 1:45 this morning. The suspect, a 29-year-old man.
Was there ever any doubt, though? Like when
I
you heard
mean, at this point, if you can't picture this guy as the one on the ground looking up like I ain't do nothing, then you just living under the biggest rock that's ever existed.
I mean, I would have been floored if he didn't look like this, because it was a random too. Now, if it had been like after an argument with I still would have been floored, but I would have been less floored. And they said random, unprovoked. I mean, whatever term they use, unprovoked or random. Like it's like a 1,000% chance it's either a sun burrito or a sun. If it's gonna be something with a sun in it.
And this is what police are saying, that it happened at 1:45 this morning. The suspect, a 29-year-old man, entering the MTA dispatch office. That's when the MTA worker confronted him. Words were exchanged. The suspect then grabbed a hammer and struck the 51-year-old in the head and took off, hiding underneath a train inside the subway station that was stopped. Police were able to locate the guy, pull him out, and arrest him. Now,
He was hiding under a train. You can't compete, man. You can't compete with that, man. You just can't compete with it. You need another force to confront them for you. I.e. the police, the vice squads, that squad we just covered in the last segment. A normal citizen cannot compete with this, man.
Yeah, and they're not willing to do all the law breaking and level of violence and just complete abandonment of all civility to counter this.
Yeah, that's why you gotta let people who want to do this. These guys want to do this for you. Let them do it.
The hammer and struck the 51-year-old in the head and took off, hiding underneath a train inside the subway station that was stopped. Police were able to locate the guy, pull him out, and arrest him. Now, the suspect now at Bellevue undergoing evaluation. As for the 51-year-old MTA worker who was attacked with a hammer, he is in the hospital in stable condition. And this is also to be noted, according to the New York Post, this is the fourth time
Here I was
an MTA
expecting a
worker
David
was
DePappy.
attacked.
No David DePappy, man.
The fourth time an MTA worker was attacked while on the job within the past week. Last Friday,
This is the fourth time an MTA worker has been attacked on the job in the last week.
You think that's in the job description? Like, must be able to endure multiple blows from a sunman in order to do this job and also lift 50 pounds and yada yada yada.
They need to be having an Iron Man suit to do that.
Yeah, this is just a bad deal, man. But I mean, they think about it though. If you were living in New York and you got this job, you're doing pretty well for yourself. You work for the MTA, benefits, vision, health benefits. Your kids get to go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff taken care of. You probably got a 401k. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks of vacation every, I guess.
And it doesn't require much education.
Doesn't require much education. You get in there.
And you just have to descend into hell every day.
Yeah, man. It's a lot good with these jobs, though.
Worker was attacked while on the job. According to the New York Post, this is the fourth time an MTA worker was attacked while on the job within the past week. Last Friday, a subway worker was attacked at the Coney Island subway station by an alleged drunken banker. And then this past Sunday, a very, very crowded area at Times Square, well, subway station there, 2 MTA workers were attacked, one punched in the face, the other one kicked in the leg while he was taking down the assailant. We're live here outside the 8th Avenue, 14th Street subway stop. Reagan Medji, Good Day, New York.
And new tonight, a sense of relief for the family of a popular Memphis rapper shot and killed on Houston's South Side almost 10 months ago.
HPD has arrested this man, 22-year-old Ivory Duke Williams, who they...
So a popular Memphis rapper went to Houston 10 months ago and got killed. We're not even doing Memphis. We did Memphis a couple days ago, And I said I wasn't going to do Memphis because I can't.
And that's not even takeoff.
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, well, this was a lot of rappers get killed when they go down to Houston, LA. It's a couple of Atlanta. It's a couple of cities that are very dangerous for rappers. But I mean, this guy, right? I remember when this happened, and it was just so weird because the guy got killed. He wasn't from there, but I thought, how they go into his murder? Because the way he got killed was just so weird.
And new tonight, a sense of relief for the family of a popular Memphis rapper shot and killed on Houston's South Side almost 10 months ago.
HPD has arrested this man, 22-year-old Ivory Duke Williams, who they say is responsible for the rapper's death. KPRC2's Bill Barajas spoke with the sisters of LaPreston Porter III, also known as Snooty Wild. He's live downtown with those details. Bill.
Well, the family of LaPreston Porter said they wish it hadn't taken so long to make an arrest in this case, but they do believe HPD's got the right guy. Their focus now is making sure he stays right here behind bars at the Harris County Jail. LaPreston Porter III, also known to fans as Snooty Wild, was well established in the Memphis rap game. What his sisters, Unique Hearns and Daphne Isom, say some might not know is that he was a family man, a son, father, and brother.
He was a light, you know.
You want to hear some of his Yeah, another great guy here, man.
Is this just like Drado 2.0?
Right. Oh man.
Let me guess. Fuck the DA, fuck the judge, fuck the cops, and fuck your mama.
Something like that.
You know, he was very loving, very supportive. I feel like there was nothing that I couldn't call on him for.
Porter was shot in South Houston on February 25th. He was rushed to the hospital, but later died. Investigators say a woman on scene claimed several people, including Porter, had stopped to help her after her vehicle got stuck in a ditch. She alleges that at some point Porter walked up and pointed a gun at her. She told police she ran off, but heard gunshots a short time later. Porter's...
Hold on. What? This is a family guy, man.
Porter was shot in South Houston on February 25th. He was rushed to the hospital, but later died. Investigators say a woman on scene claimed several people, including Porter, had stopped to help her after her vehicle got stuck in a ditch. She alleges that at some point Porter walked up and pointed a gun at her. She told police she ran off, but heard gunshots a short time later. Porter's family members say they don't buy that story.
It's absolutely not the case. My brother was actually called. He was called to come and assist the young lady with her situation, and was unaware that family members of hers had been contacted or called to actually be at the location when he arrived.
Ivory Williams?
Police have since...
Whose story do you believe? The sister or the sister? The sister or the sister? I'm inclined to believe the sister. You know, she sounds believable, man. And I know Snooty Wild, he was messing with some skankies, some fucking hood skanks, man, that would do some shit like this.
He was called to come and assist the young lady with her situation, and was unaware that family members of hers had been contacted or called to actually be at the location when he arrived.
Ivory Williams?
Police have since arrested Ivory Williams. He has been charged with murder.
In terms of like why Ivory would...
That's an old Eric Holder looking ass. He got all the Eric Holder up in his face, man.
Want to kill him. Hopefully that's something that he's willing to, share during the procedure. But like most importantly, what we want, like the arrest is the first step. But the most important step
when you see this guy's sisters, right, and you think that he turned out to be a fucking gangster rapper, it just shows you that there's really no hope, man. You know what I'm saying? Like his sisters don't seem like he comes from
hood.
Yeah,
He doesn't have that vibe at all.
Yeah, especially like some chick call you, say I'm stuck. Yeah, like I don't know, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe he was a different fathers or something. I don't know.
That's something that he's willing to, share during the procedure. But like most importantly, what we want, like the arrest is the first step, but the most important step is the justice.
And during a probable cause court appearance earlier today, a judge said that Williams claimed Porter had a gun and pointed it at his cousin. The judge went on to say investigators never found a gun on or near Porter. Now, we did look up Williams' past criminal history and found he had been arrested in the past several times. It was actually on probation at the time of the shooting for assault on a peace officer and assault on a family member. Again, he is being held here at the Harris County Jail. His total bond set at $255,000. We're live in
That's $25,000. He can pay the bail bondsman in Houston, as you know. They take you can pay the bail bondsman on a payment plan. You know what I'm saying? You just give him a down payment to get out. So he can, let's say he gives the bail bondsman 10%. That's $2,500. He can be on the streets.
Yep. He got more work to do.
Yeah.
Down. Bill Barajas, KPRC 2 News.
And it
My God.
was so many shots. Oh my God.
And we start with that Fox 5
I love the
exclusive
old
last
man
night.
right
Someone
there,
shot
just
into an
putting his
elderly
hands
couple's
up
home
like,
in Hyattsville.
what
Our
the
Katie
fuck?
Barlow live outside that home with the details of the terrifying story. And we just saw some of that video, Katie. What happened?
Well, it was just after 8 o'clock last night. It's a time when a lot of folks are sitting down to dinner. Coley Jackson, 83 years old, was walking to a different room to grab a pencil. His wife, Emma, was in bed, and his 8-year-old grandson was inside the house. That's when he heard the shots ring out and bullets struck inside his home. All of those terrifying seconds caught on camera. And in the footage you're about to see, it looks like the shooter was standing right here on the grass behind me, aiming into this cream and brown house across the cul-de-sac here. Take a look. This is footage you'll...
Yikes. You moved to the richest black county in the the second richest now, black county in the country. And this is what you're dealing with, like on the regular.
Only see
Look at all
here.
these cars. Look at all these families, all these houses out here got like 5, 6 fucking cars. You know what I'm saying? This is the richest black county in the country.
Cream and brown house across the cul-de-sac here. Take a look. This is footage you'll only see here on Fox 5.
He's doing it on the run.
Police
too.
recovered
That's-
at least 2 bullet casings inside the home. One bullet entered through the upstairs bedroom, crossed the hallway, and struck the Jacksons' bedroom door. Another hit in the kitchen. The Jacksons have lived in the home since it was built in 1983. Coley Jackson says he's never seen anything like this in his neighborhood in over 39 years.
She was all shook up last night. It shook me up. You know, when you see where a bullet hole go through your daggone door frame, and you just walk past through, it's nerve wracking. It is really nerve wracking.
The Jacksons'
Lived there
daughter, Eva
40
Austin,
years.
lives with her parents and her 8-year-old son. She had just gone to work when she saw an alert on the Ring camera app and police entering her home. She called her mom to see what happened, and that's when she learned how close the bullet came to hitting her son.
This is one here. Came in there, hit there, and the ceiling came across. And this is where my son sits constantly, eat breakfast or dinner, and it went in here. Police came and removed the bullet.
Shit. Wow.
Austin emphasized when we talked with her earlier today that whoever the shooter was, they got the wrong house. Now take a look at this footage you see on your screen. A neighbor's Ring camera caught this individual standing outside a home. The Jacksons didn't recognize who it was, and this was...
And this guy is over there because of a social media tweet or somebody said something. Like, this guy's not over there.
Or the sister had somebody over at one time.
Yeah, this guy's not over there shooting like over something deathly serious. This is not like something like, yo, yeah, man, I feel you, man. If that was me out there, this is over some bullshit. And it's probably, I believe he got the wrong house. I believe that. I could believe that. Some men do that all the time.
Yeah, even when they get the right house, they miss so much, they still get the wrong house.
Yeah, I mean, like, they get the wrong. You'd be surprised at how often they shoot the wrong house. I mean, because think about how the times cops get the wrong house with a search warrant. It happens sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Or cops make mistakes. Those are highlighted, right? We hear every time a cop makes a mistake. Think about how many times some random son thug, where that nigga live at? He live on 14789 Peachtree Street. All right. And the son man go to, what do you say, 17465 Peachtree Street?
The one with the green door, and they all got green doors.
Yeah, like they man, listen, man. Look, they make infinitely more mistakes. Infinitely more mistakes than you would see than the Sun Man would make. I mean, infinitely more. It's not even close.
They got the wrong
Than a
house.
cop would make.
Now, take a look at this footage you see on your screen. A neighbor's Ring camera caught this individual standing outside a home. The Jacksons didn't recognize who it was, and this was caught about 15 minutes before the shots were fired. Police have not named a suspect, and the investigation is ongoing.
Yeah, I just want to show you guys how often they miss. I mean, it's just they make mistakes proportional to their IQ. Go ahead.
I have to share this.
Good.
CWB Chicago tweeted out, just in, a pervert has been interrupting Cook County's online court proceedings this month, stripping naked, right in the middle of the criminal proceedings. And in one case, he appeared to use a large pickle or a small cucumber in an unnatural way.
Oh, yes. That's what they try to do over here.
Black male entered the courtroom via Zoom and began masturbating, an officer wrote.
Wow. Yikes.
Also, a family is living in fear after their home was shot up, and the group keeps coming back. Thanks for joining us online at 5, everyone. Tonight, that family has a clear message to the people terrorizing them. You have the wrong house.
And this comes after the home on Dale Street was shot up a week ago. And then they come back multiple times. Our Priya man spoke to the grandmother today as police work to find the people who keep doing this.
Mia Banks was asleep with her 3 grandbabies when a group of men ran up onto her driveway and opened fire.
It sounded like a bomb, like bombs, like the house was tumbling down.
While her house was being shot up, Mia Banks says she was focused on protecting her grandchildren.
I just laid there still. My grandbaby was laying on the side of me, and I said, just lay down, don't move.
Her other 2 grandbabies were in a room across the hall. She says she panicked when the alarm went off.
I thought they were in my house because of the alarm system going off. And as I lay there, I holler out for my other grandbaby across the hall. And I say, y'all come in here.
3 girls, 2 just 7 years old, and a young teen hid with their grandmother as she yelled for a neighbor to call police.
I'm like, help me, please help me. They just shot my house up and my grandkids is in here. Now open the window to let them out the window, but they were scared to go out.
Detroit police got there within minutes, but it was after work when she watched the Ring doorbell video. She realized the gravity of what had happened.
It was ridiculous.
Grandma raising 4 kids.
She watched the video.
Yeah, I mean, It's staying, man. What's going on, old Razzle?
I'm here. It took me 40 minutes to figure y'all out, but thanks for having me.
Hey man, how's everything? What do you think about the amount of times some men make mistakes with addresses compared to police?
Or even like there'll be times where some retaliation, they'll be posted up at their mom's house and end up getting everybody killed instead of just being over at the trap.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not detail oriented.
Yeah, it's just bizarre, man, that like we don't talk about that part enough. That the cop, yeah, they made a wrong mistake. They fucking barged in the wrong house and made a family stand up against the wall and search the wrong house. And you got a lot. Your mic is hot as hell. Do Razzle.
Oh my bad.
You gotta.
How do I do that? I'm stupid.
Just mute yourself, or
Okay.
just like if you crinkle a bag of chips, we can hear it. If you like scooting the seat, that's how it is with StreamYard. It picks up everything.
You
but
can
yeah,
go to settings, audio, and actually turn your mic volume down on there a little bit too.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, this is this is something that's prevalent, man. These are little 15 and 16 and 17-year-olds hearing something on social media they don't like and going and instantly hopping in the stolen car and racing somewhere to shoot somebody. The amount of mistakes that can be made with that fucking scenario is just insane. And just for that reason alone, something should be done about this swift and draconian.
When I actually watched the video and heard just how it was going down, I was terrified.
This was June 4th. A few days later, another young man walked up to their front door and rang the bell.
As soon as he rung the doorbell, he steps down and he stands on the pavement. The whole time he's on the phone like he's talking on a speaker. Like
She says they have the wrong house.
they looking for somebody they think live here. They gotta be. Whoever you are, just stop coming here. Stop. I don't.
Hold on, they looking for somebody they think lived there? Probably him, man. Probably looking for him, man. Well, somebody. I mean, I don't know, man. But if it truly is the wrong house and only the grandmother and the 4 little kids live there, make sure you hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, support the channel.
And now are they gonna keep coming back just for the simple fact that she told them to leave?
Yo, your mic is hot.
God damn it! I don't know how to fucking. All right, I'm trying.
No.
Oh,
You
my
cool.
bad.
Just stop ruffling. Whatever you ruffling or swishing or blah, 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 it's picking all that up and it's loud as shit. So just
What
just
about
yeah,
this?
yeah. You good. Just go ahead and talk and then mute yourself when you're not talking. Go ahead.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Like, it could have been someone's that could have been the dude's granny. And they just ran into the wrong spot. Like,
Yeah.
like
It's a lot of things that could happen here, but it just shows you how. And then they come knock on the door, come ring the doorbell. So if she answers the door, is he gonna shoot her? It's just weird.
Whoever you are, just stop coming here. Stop. I don't know who you looking for here, but they not here, and we not here no more.
Yeah, the family has boarded up the remaining windows. They plan to sell the home. They haven't spent a night there since the first shooting, but they've been keeping track of what's happening around the house with their security system. They say the same group of men have been back to the home 2 more times since that shooting last week. Detroit.
I mean, you can't compete, man. You just cannot compete with that. These guys don't. They're killers. They're wanton. They're just don't care.
So without further ado,
So let's go to New Orleans and see. And listen, all you guys here for Willie McGinest, man, we're going to get into Willie McGinest in about 30 minutes, but we're going to do it on we're going to go to Rumble for that, man. We're going to go to Rumble for Willie McGinest, man. What's up, D? O'Razzle? You got to mute yourself when you're not speaking, though.
I did mute. I was muted the whole time.
Go
Was it
ahead.
bad now?
You gonna say something? Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say that's why I was telling you that's one of her grandkids that they was beefing with. You don't move off of just some random shooting twice.
Well, I mean, if you got a bunch of little kids in there, I mean, and the guys keep coming back, I'd move, man.
All right, even if I missed once, I'd probably maybe they don't live there.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I wouldn't keep shooting, but obviously they're gonna keep coming back because they left and they see the guys keep coming back. So it's like I don't blame grandma for moving, man. Grandma, I wouldn't listen, man. The son is like you just can't compete with that, especially if your grandmother will. If she had a man in the house, you still can't compete with that. They'll run up and shoot the fucking house up from the street and speed off. What is your man and his gun? Y'all's laying in the bed, sleep. The gun is in the drawer. They come up, spray the house, and they gone. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Oh, nothing. But I'm just saying, I think she knows who they shooting at. I think she's related to him.
Maybe so, man. Maybe so.
Or they're just bad at directions. Could be either.
Yeah. But regardless of whether this is that case, the amount of times they got to be making mistakes. If you look at all the shootings in all these cities, the number of shootings in all these cities, they cannot have a 90%. Think about their kill rate, right? Just think about their kill rate. The kill rate's 25. Maybe 25 if we being generous percent. 20 to 25%. What do you think, Johnny, the kill rate is per wounded per killed?
10 to 15%.
Okay, so imagine how just look at how inaccurate they are with that. They gotta be inaccurate with fucking addresses and shit.
And if you go by actual bullets fired versus killed, you're probably more around 2%.
Yeah, definitely. You understand? Yeah, definitely with that.
So
without
there was a video trending where they basically shouted down a white cop that had come to investigate a shooting.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
in Atlanta.
I'm gonna get to that on Rumble. When we go to Rumble, I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, okay.
What city was that in? I didn't get to hear.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
That was in Atlanta. Just that lady, the grandma, was in Atlanta.
No, that story right there was Detroit. The last story was Detroit.
I'm gonna double down on that then, because we got generational shit going on over here, man.
So without further ado, I want you to know that I'm tapping this type of leadership to lead the department of the City of New Orleans Police Department at a time such as this. Leadership matters, and I look forward to the leadership that will be brought forth by Captain Michelle Woodford, soon to be interim superintendent of the New Orleans Police Department. All right now, Captain Woodford.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks.
Remember I told you that black dude that was the police chief, man, he resigned. He can't take it no more because it's just too much, kids getting killed every day and kids getting shot all the time and just same type of shit we've been seeing in these stories. He's kind of tapped out. And so they have to hire a new person to take his job, man. And this is who they hired, man. This is who Miss Cantrell hired. This is the new police chief of New Orleans during a time where, it is literally a war zone.
Thanks for everybody being here. First, I want to thank God for always ordering all my steps. I want to thank Mayor Cantrell for acknowledging and trusting my leadership skills, vast knowledge of law enforcement, and over 3 decades of experience with the New Orleans Police Department. and selecting me to serve as interim superintendent of the New Orleans Police Department. I want to thank my family, my parents, for your unwavering love and support throughout my life and career. I could not have done this without them. To my son.
Why not think affirmative action?
Yo, why is she acting like she won an Oscar?
Yeah.
You just got a job. Tell us what you're gonna do.
I think affirmative action, man. I'll be I want to think affirmative action for, I want to thank the woke mob, the woke liberal mob.
I want to thank the gliders for their massive tolerance of bullshit.
Thank you for the lower test standards that helped me get through.
Thank you for all this shit, man. Because it's literally, man, frightening that this would. I mean, New Orleans is literally. I mean, it is a war zone, and that this is the woman that's going to be in charge of the police department, the person that's going to be in charge.
But let me ask you this: can you imagine being down there and she gives an acceptance speech instead of a plan? I'm like, what are you talking about right now?
Yeah, it's frightening, man. It's terrifying.
Thank you. You inspire me to do better and be better every day. Thank you to the men and women of the New Orleans Police Department who serve with honor and integrity day in and day out. Your commitment to public service is second to none. And thank you to everyone who called with encouraging words and good spirits and support. And to Superintendent Sean Ferguson, thank you for all your hard work and everything you have done to lay a solid foundation that we can build on. You did a phenomenal job. Your leadership is unmatched, and I hope I make you proud. I am a native New Orleanian. I grew up in New Orleans East, and I still currently reside there with my son. Like the mayor said, I'm a graduate of St. Mary's Academy.
Single mom.
And I'm also a graduate of Southern University at New Orleans, where I've received
HBCU,
my bachelor and master's degree in criminal justice. As a child, I was fortunate enough to experience excellence in policing and law enforcement as I watched both my father and my uncle protect and serve as members of the New Orleans Police Department. My father joined the NOPD as a cadet in 1968 and resigned in 1974 to continue his career in law enforcement as a special agent with the Drug Enforcement Administration, where he retired as a supervisory special agent after 33 years of service. My uncle, Warren G. Woodfork Sr., served with NOPD for 28 years. During his career, he ascended through the ranks and in 1985 was appointed superintendent of the New Orleans Police Department by former Mayor Ernest Dutch Morial. I am their legacy. As I watched them, the seed to serve and protect was planted. I joined the New Orleans Police Department on January 27, 1991. Throughout my career, I've served in several districts as a patrol officer, a field training officer, administrative sergeant, a lieutenant. I love this job. It is me. I am honored and humbled to serve as interim superintendent of the New Orleans Police Department. And I understand that with this appointment comes great responsibility and accountability. I will serve with honesty and integrity. I am laser focused on leaving the New Orleans Police Department in the best possible state that it could be in when it is my time to retire. I hope that I can work with community members, political members of the community, and the men and women on the police department to make this the best city we can possibly make it. My number one priority is to protect and serve the citizens and the visitors of the great city of New Orleans. It is the jewel of the South, and we must continue to protect her and its citizens as we go our way. And we cannot forget the men and women of the police department. They need your support. We need your support. It is important that their safety and their wellness is supported by us and also by the community.
Yeah, sis.
Sister Maya and now Sister Police Chief. Yeah, it's done.
You think she's gonna go on the trips to Singapore and Germany and shit with the fucking
Well,
mayor?
somebody got to man the station. I don't think both of them can go. I don't think they're that bold for both of them to go.
What was one of her things sounded like she was just HR. She was like, I'm lieutenant of being in the office.
Yeah, she was administrative sergeant. They put her on that detail because she was so bad at doing street stuff.
Oh my
That's what happened.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's a this is the brain trust. This is what's running New Orleans, man. But,
She's got to make her. She's got to do her tour of Asia as the fucking head of police in New Orleans.
The Amalfi Coast, man. She got to make sure she stopped by the Amalfi Coast and learn from the police officers over there. Yeah, but this is crazy, man. This is terrifying. This is worse than Freddy Krueger and Jason standing up there, man. This is fucking terrifying, man.
Yeah.
She should have got up there and said, I'm going to unleash the biggest wave of death and despair upon this city that you could ever imagine.
Yes.
If y'all don't like global warming, I'm about to fix it real quick. You're killing everybody.
We're going to turn New Orleans into the turd of the South.
Yeah, the turd of the South, the jewel of the South, my ass.
But first tonight, new details about what caused a mass panic and evacuation at Tyson's Corner Center.
It happened last night as police tried to arrest several suspects, one of whom they say was armed. Our Lindsay Watts is live at Tyson's with the latest. Lindsay?
Rob and Marina, today Fairfax County Police released a photo of the gun they say a 16-year-old brought here to the mall last night. Officers were trying to arrest that teen and two other suspects without causing a scene, but misinformation about a shooting spread among shoppers that resulted in quite a chaotic situation here. Tonight, a 16-year-old boy from Centerville is facing gun and obstruction of justice charges. Police say the gun was stolen and the teen is a convicted felon. Fairfax County Police aren't alleging any crime in progress at the mall Sunday. It was just before 8 p.m. when an off-duty Arlington officer believed he spotted three suspects wanted in a robbery case.
In that robbery in Arlington County, the men were armed at the time. So out of an abundance of caution, our officers began following the group of men, trying to wait until they left the mall before they approached and took him into custody.
They're moving again towards the food court. They turn their corner.
And this is what happens to keep you safe. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the people in the mall, all the woke, cop-hating people in the mall, sunman loving people in the mall, they don't know that this is happening. They're just shopping and, eating fucking Cinnabons and shit, drinking smoothies and spending up money and having a great old time just shopping and frolicking through the mall. They have no idea that there are men handling taking out the trash right as they fucking doing all this shit.
County Police aren't alleging any crime in progress at the mall Sunday. It was just before 8 p.m. when an off-duty Arlington officer believed he spotted three suspects wanted in a robbery case.
In that robbery in Arlington County, the men were armed at the time. So out of an abundance of caution, our officers began following the group of men, trying to wait until they left the mall before they approached and took him into custody.
They're moving again towards the food court. They turn the corner and they are headed in the direction of Bloomingdale's. And they just entered Macy's lower level.
Officers followed the men for at least 10 minutes. Police say when they tried to approach them, they took off running through the mall and a fire alarm got set off. Ultimately, police arrested two of the guys.
the one in custody does have a firearm.
Police radio traffic shows panic spread throughout the mall, with people calling 911 and talk of shots fired.
Can you advise us if shots were fired? We got a call from the mall.
No shots fired.
We have gotten a call for gunshots fired at Nordstrom's. Several shots fired.
And let me tell you, this is the highest end mall in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. This is like our, you know what I'm saying, all the Ritzy stores, all the, you know, the glider. You go in there, you rarely see a Sunman. You know, these Sunmen's probably stuck out like sore thumbs. The area, the surrounding area is very, very wealthy. Very, very wealthy area, surrounding area, man. Very, very, very wealthy surrounding. Tyson's Corner, one of the wealthiest cities in the country. And they've been having a lot of sun problems lately at this mall.
People hiding.
During the incident, there was a lot of misinformation about potential of shots being fired at the mall during the arrest of these individuals.
Khalid Sharif and his son were among those who ran.
We see so many people running, shouting and running.
He says one woman may have seen the armed suspect.
You saw
someone crying.
Yeah. There is one lady, she's crying because I think she see him.
See his gun.
The second man arrested here was released and is currently not facing any charges. Arlington.
Salute Genetic Freak, man. Genetic Freak says, good to have you back on YouTube, Bob. As for New Orleans, my God, the only thing that can save that city now is the Avengers, the Justice League, or a team full of men.
No, they need a goddamn hurricane or a fucking earthquake to open up the ground and just let it drop into the abyss.
They need to find a way to splice Chuck Norris and Mayo's genes and combine them and make one person, man. And then I think, you know, and then, you know, you get like just keep cloning them, get them like a fucking force of those guys, and I think we'd be all right. But yeah, man, salute, man. Salute to all you guys, man. Yeah, this is a very, very high end mall. This is not like, I mean, this is the type of mall where you go in the store you looking for, like the dollar store or Party City. You ain't in there, man. You go in there and you like, shit, where the fucking store? Like, you son, man, I can't afford none of this shit. Like, they know you ain't there to shop. You walking in with your little pooch shiesty mask and your pants sagging at this mall, everyone knows you're not there to shop. Unless you're a fucking rapper.
County Police, tell us.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I miss the old days when like rich people would just let you know that they hate you and mean mug you out of some spot. Like what the hell are you doing here? You can't afford shit. Just
yeah,
so they can't even do that no more.
I wish that would be amazing if that came back, but I mean, we're so far from that.
I know.
God, we're so far from that.
I know.
Jeez.
Tonight, the robbery investigation is ongoing and no one has been charged yet. And what happened yesterday did not seem to impact crowds here tonight. The mall was packed. It closed an hour ago, but this parking lot behind me was full. Fairfax County Police say they always have officers stationed here at the mall, but they do have extra patrols around the holidays. Back to you.
Yeah.
Developing right now at noon, our first look at the suspect now facing child abuse charges after a baby was hurt in a Walmart parking lot in Northwest Miami-Dade.
We are also seeing exclusive video from the scene. The man is accused of dropping the 4-month-old baby, and we just learned an off-duty officer witnessed it all. Let's go right now to local.
Some man go to the mall and just keep dropping his baby. I mean, the fuck are we doing here, man? I mean, like, when are y'all gonna send us back? Salute to Deluxe 247 at Real MVP coming through for the 7,000th straight show like Cal Ripken. Man, salute to you, bro. What are we doing here, man? Like it's some. I'm at the point now. I'm like, I mean, this shit is getting ridiculous, man. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Facing child abuse charges after a baby was hurt in a Walmart parking lot in Northwest Miami-Dade.
We are also seeing exclusive video from the scene. The man is accused of dropping the 4-month-old baby, and we just learned an off-duty officer witnessed it all. Let's go right now to Local 10 News reporter Joseph Ojo.
He's live right now at Jackson Memorial Hospital in Miami, where that child is being treated. Do we know how that baby's doing?
Chrissy, that 4-month-old girl's condition is unknown at this time, but thanks to that off-duty officer, along with witnesses, that man who dropped that young baby is arrested. And now we spoke with one woman who describes that disturbing sight.
This guy had a baby, took the baby out of his hands, throwing the baby down on the ground. You can see the police officer.
While getting people to sign petitions at a Northwest Miami-Dade Walmart Monday, Andrea Ferguson says she witnessed something.
What do you think she was getting people to sign petitions for?
Lower bails.
Hey, vote for Democrats and shit. Bullshit.
Yep. Start a BLM
some
chapter.
sudden cause.
Yeah, some silly ass fucking cause, some idiot cause. And she sees the son man like playing basketball with his baby and shit.
No speed bumps in front of the preschool.
Down on the ground. You can see the police officer.
While getting people to sign petitions at a Northwest Miami-Dade Walmart Monday, Andrea Ferguson says she witnessed something so heartless.
I've experienced a lot of things in my life. That was the worst thing.
What Ferguson says she saw was this man, 31-year-old Patrick Abbott, in the Walmart parking lot on 79th Street, intentionally slamming a 4-month-old girl to the ground several times.
He dropped that baby 4 times. Horrible.
She says before slamming the baby, the 4-month-old was heard screaming and crying, and when she got closer, she could see the man clenching tightly onto the baby as she and another woman tried to free the child from the man's grip.
As I got to the...
These some brave women, man. These some brave women, man. They went over there. Listen, man. I hate to say this, man, and I detest this guy. I hope this guy rots in hell. I hope this guy, I really do hope he rots in hell. But let me tell you this, man. Even though I know it's hard to watch a guy playing basketball with a baby. I get that. You know what I'm saying? Boom, just slamming the baby on the ground.
The chances of you dying in that encounter are not zero, and they're not particularly low. They're probably at least 20%.
Yeah, man. If you intervene with that, man, it's probably best to call the police, man.
At least you know when someone's gonna step in when he's beating the brakes off of a toddler.
Yeah, man.
Done. I don't know if you think they would have jumped in if it was a little boy, baby.
I don't know, but I feel bad because I'm kind of like telling people that, you don't want to get involved with this for your own safety, for your family, because you got to go home to your family. And this son man who's playing basketball with his baby in public and shit, you gotta fucking overlook that shit because you want to go home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's sad, man.
You like pro-choice? Just keep it moving.
Yeah, man, it's sad. I feel bad, man, but because I couldn't watch it. It would be tough for me to watch that, man, and not intervene, man. But I know, like, this son, man, all it would take is for him to whip out a gun, and even the cops responding to this, like they could lose their jobs because he's a son, man. If he struggles, it's just too much, man. Dealing with these people, man.
I wonder if that's his current Flames baby, not his.
Or it might be his baby mama Sue, and he's just trying to ease up on that child support.
But why do it at the mall? Like, he could have done this. He could have taken the baby to a fucking underpass and done this shit. He could have done this shit in the fucking house. Why do it at the mall?
You gotta let everybody know.
Yeah, just because he nuts in you doesn't mean you get to keep a kid. That's it. It's a wrap.
Yeah, man. Salute Osa the Healer says, ever since the Metro started, yeah, that is true. Great point. That mall that I was just telling you about in DC that's getting sketchy, that high-end mall, they built a train station out there. So you can get there from fucking anywhere in the fucking area for like fucking $3-4 and shit. And that is true. That coincides with the spike in violence. Before then, you couldn't get there. Some men just couldn't get there. It's a little tucked out in the fucking suburbs, glider enclave and shit. Now, any Sun man from
So what you're
anywhere.
saying is there's a correlation.
Oh, there's definitely a correlation. I didn't think about that.
Yo, in Michigan, there's a Pontiac, and then you go south to Detroit. Those are the two kind of like grimy areas. And there's a rich Jewish area, and they won't let any bus stop in their whole fucking town.
That's smart.
There's no stops. Yeah, they don't play that shit. They're like, nah.
That's smart, man. I mean, you and I'm sure those people would love to have bus stops there so they could use it, so they could get around town, but they have to forego that just to keep the sun there.
Yeah. Detroit's driving culture. So if you don't got wheels, you're like looked at as suspect. But yeah, they're willing to have to Uber just to keep cats out of their neighborhood.
And I don't blame them.
What's
up, Olsen?
Yo, hey man, yeah, damn Detroit, but yeah, hopefully that public transportation don't get out there. You know though, what men are not really built for, I don't know, maybe it's just Sun men, but like a baby crying like uncontrollably, you know what I'm saying? And I think it might have been in that moment, like the baby was probably crying all through the mall, probably tried to give the baby the fucking ice cream or whatever. It didn't work. The snacks in the bag wasn't working, and then he probably, you know what I mean, in addition to all the other stuff I think y'all was saying, but like
even some
men
mothers
just ain't
do
cut
that.
like that. Right, there you go. Even right, exactly, that's a good point. Even some mothers do that. So we know
They fucking play basketball in the fucking parking lot with the fucking baby in front of everybody.
Nah, they kill the baby. They strangle him. They whatever they do.
Right, but they don't do it like he did this public. He did this in the parking lot of a fucking like mall and shit with everybody like around the lady. She's out there fucking. I'm sure he saw her out there getting people to sign up for petitions and shit. They said a fucking undercover cop was standing there watching them. I'm sure there was other people watching them. Like, I mean, like this is just...
It don't make it any more egregious. It's just egregious. Whether you do that shit in public or private. I mean, I'm just saying he just reached his boiling point. Yeah, a lot of people, it'll happen in private, obviously. We know who we talking about.
Or it'll happen and you'll see people like think about it. You're like, I just want to slam this baby. Oh, but there's a lady right there, and there's another person right there. Fuck it, I'm not going to slam the baby.
Chill out.
Yeah, like I mean,
or let me get the baby in the car first.
Yeah, where's that?
Come on, man. We know we ain't got that. What is that? Impulse control.
Smothered her.
Yeah.
Later on.
Is that impulse control? Come on, man.
Yeah, that's definitely impulse control. But
That
I'm
would call
glad
some
he did it.
self-regulation.
I'm glad he did it though, because if he would have did it at home, nobody would have seen it.
Did the baby pass away?
No, it's
The lady, she
unconfirmed.
said, help me. He was trying to stump the baby. He dropped the baby and tried to stump the baby.
Miami-Dade police say it all happened around 4 p.m. Video shows several officers responding to the scene. An arrest report says an off-duty officer at the Walmart was notified by several customers about Abbott dropping the baby girl to the ground, and when that officer got closer, Abbott did it again. Police say he then walked away from the child, but came back to pick her up. He was then arrested and questioned by police, as seen in this video. The child's mother was interviewed at Jackson Memorial Hospital, where the baby was taken to be treated.
It makes me extremely emotional. It's a horrible experience. I have children and grandchildren.
And she looked good.
And that witness did say that young baby did have swelling to the head. So we are working to find out right now how that baby is exactly doing. As for that suspect, he was charged with child abuse. We're here in Miami. I'm Joseph Ojo, Local 10 News.
We hope that.
The 25-year-old suspect was arrested in Los Angeles, and now the Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office has charged him with extortion and attempted disorderly conduct for posting pictures and recordings without consent.
Crown 4's Rob Nesbitt talked with San Jose police about the investigation, and he joins us from our newsroom now with the latest. Rob.
Payment Justine, Ryan Last was just 17 years old when he took his own life back in February. His mom was initially told by investigators that the scammers who extorted him were traced to Africa, but police now say that someone closer to home was threatening the teen. Ryan Last was a member of the Future Farmers of America.
Who you think sextorted? If you don't know what sextortion is it where they find pictures of you, doing sexually? I don't know how they get these pictures, but they get them, and then I think they like meet you online, and then they get you to send them, like they say, send me a picture of you doing this or that, da 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 da. And
what it is literally extortion with a sexual component.
Right, no, but the way they get the pictures from the person, they like catfish you, meet you online or something, and then befriend you, and you think it's a girl or something, or you think it's a gay guy if you're gay, and they'll fucking get pictures, get you to send them pictures, and then they're like, aha, we got pictures of you. We're gonna put these all over the internet if you don't send us the money. And maybe this guy stuck something up his bunghole or something, or did something really like embarrassing
something with
to the
a
girl. Yeah, exactly. And the guys have the pictures. This is kind of how Scientology works too. They debrief you and shit, and then they threaten to out you.
The tough thing is he looks gayer than a month of Sundays. Like he
he
doesn't need to hide nothing, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you don't know what he did. Like he might have deep throated a cactus or something.
I wouldn't be surprised by anything. Look at him.
Look at that picture.
Look at that little sassy boy.
Yeah, but think about it. That just shows you what if he was so. If he had to kill himself over what they had, it must have been bad.
Right.
So yeah, but what I'm saying is that, like, who do you think is doing this to this guy? Give me an ID on the people that are doing this.
They said it was Africans, didn't they?
No, he said if they thought it was African, they traced it to Africa, but then it turned out to not be African. They thought it was going to be Africans because the Africans do this.
A gypsy. When I'm in doubt, I just blame gypsies.
Okay, so you guys think
it's some overseas hustling shit.
Really?
Well,
anybody can do that.
The thing is like they said they tried to hustle me like they was gonna kidnap my daughter, and that was all. They kidnapped my daughter, and they was trying to get some money out of me, and that's all. That was running from Mexico. A lot of that shit's just easier to do it.
Nah, I know some dudes down the street that do that. Dudes that do that down the street. Really? Yeah. They was talking about it. They were talking to me about it. They was like, yeah, they just be. I said, yo, how easy do you think it is to get people, man? And they said, like, out of 10 people, they can get 7. I was like, what the? Are you serious?
So what do they do?
So
they'll pretend to be a chick or something like that, and like get money and be like, oh, come see me. And these are like low intelligent dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They not even doing no sophisticated shit. Like,
and they tell the girl, and what do they do?
Well, this is what happened to me. I like it. They literally tried it on my ass. And the only reason why I knew about it, I was having a meeting with somebody else, and they tried it on another girl. And I was like, oh, this is a scam. So they called me up, and I answered the phone, and I heard, Daddy, help me with this. And it could have been anything. And then this dude was like, hey, he sounded like a cholo or something. He's like, hey, man, so we like got your daughter, and we're not going to touch her or anything, and you got to give us some money. I was like, fuck you, suck my dick, and hung up. I should have went along with it, but they just make it act like they try to get you to cash out like at the bank or cards.
Yeah, anybody could do that.
Bitcoins.
That could have been where you live at? You said you from Detroit, right?
I was in LA at the time. I was in LA at the time. So
yeah, it could have been some cholos down the street.
Yeah,
why they got to be in Mexico?
Well, because that's where it came out of.
Oh, the call.
That's where the idea came from. The scam came from that, and it just bled out.
So tell me this: what what do they do? You said they get 7 out of 10. Some people, 7 out of 10 people.
Whoever, yeah, some dudes, and then they just maybe start a conversation with them or post some thirsty ass pictures, and then they like talk about meeting up with them, and then it'd be like, all right, give me some gas money or give me some money, and I'm gonna just send it to them.
Oh, mine was a different scam. They prey on like old ladies or something to find like an old lady, a grandmother. say that they kidnapped the kid, or that your child your daughter or granddaughter ran into me with a truck and they're knocked out, but we need money to pay for my shit, so you need to send me shit like that, and they'll keep them on the phone, and they just run old people's pockets because
Right. That's a little bit more sophisticated. So that's what I'm saying. Anywhere from the low end sophistication, like what I'm talking about, to even what you're talking about. This sextortions, whatever thing, is like somewhere right in between. So that's why it'd be hard to pinpoint who would do that.
I wonder
and
what
it
he
depends
did.
on how. Yeah, it depends on how. Like you got a straight phone call, but like if this was on social media, that's a little bit easier.
But the wild shit is like, how they know I had a daughter? You know what I mean? I was like, yo, bro, like, so they did a little digging and got me. So
Not necessarily.
Not
necessarily.
You might be right. They might just be guessing.
Yeah, you're right. All they got to do is hit one. You know, you're not the only call they made. They're not putting all their chips on you.
No, that was special.
Yeah, let me.
Sorry.
Member of the Future Farmers of America and making plans to attend Washington State University. But all that came to a crashing halt in February when the 17-year-old was reached out to by a scammer. San Jose police say the scammer was this man, 25-year-old Jonathan Cassie of Van Nuys.
Pretty in person. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Some roundaway battles.
Wow. And this
Yeah,
kid,
yo.
this guy just wanted to make a couple of bucks, and he was just out here he just wanted tennis shoe money, or to get some money to like stunt on the Instagram. And this kid killed himself.
Right.
It's
It's unfortunate for the dude, but I'm just laughing that it's something around the way, Babin.
He probably could have finessed him out some dough anyway, without even the other
thing. Probably didn't have to do all that.
That kid killed himself over this. I mean, he's dead over some goddamn IQ of probably 58 Sudman just running a generic hustle. And that kid who was part of the Future Farmers of America, headed to Washington State, fucking took his life. You gliders are fucking nuts, man. This is a microcosm of what's going on in America, man. The way you gliders are losing.
We used to be Vikings, dog, and it just kills me to see this shit.
Like, y'all are losing bad. This kid had a bright future, man.
We've been bred to lose the last 40 years, bro. We don't even understand.
Losing.
Future Farmers of America and making plans to attend Washington State University. But all that came to a crashing halt in February when the 17-year-old was reached out to by a scammer. San Jose police say the scammer was this man, 25-year-old Jonathan Cassie of Van Nuys.
But he impersonated to be a female, began a chatting conversation, photos were sent. That person then said, hey, if you don't give us money, we're going to share these photos. And that's where this extortion portion began. Obviously, that exceeded the victim's capabilities. Subsequently, he took his life.
Sergeant Christian Camarillo says,
"What the fuck?" Like, and listen, man, I'm not trying to be fucking like, because I know shit is deeper than what I know, but like, okay, so they're asking for more money than you have. So the next best option is to fucking kill yourself.
Nah, them photos must have been bad, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to err on the side as he was that weak. I think the photos were that bad.
Like, you would be like, nah, I can't let nobody see it.
Like they was probably like finger a goat in the butthole or something like that. Some weird shit.
I would be. If I fingered a goat, it'd be different than letting the goat finger me, man. I think I could survive fingering the goat, man.
I mean, whatever it is for him,
man. I love my life. I ain't like you gliders, but you gliders are neurotic, man. You killed yourself over there. Like, and listen, man, I've done some bad. Think about what Sudman do. I've robbed people. I've beaten people. I've done terrible. I've crossed people. I've stolen fucking people's packs. I've fucking all types of shit. Done all types of foul shit, man. I done fucking, man, all types of foul shit, and it doesn't bother me one bit.
Nah,
I
that's
have no
different,
remorse
bro.
over that.
Nah, but that's different,
You never
bro.
had it
Like
off
you
a
would,
pig, bro. Like you never
right?
had to
You see the other
barn animal.
picture, right? You see the other picture he got with the cow. Like, come on, man. Who knows what type of shit they must have got on him? It ain't.
Okay, but even with that though, like, still, like,
You can't say that, Hawk. You've never done
yes,
that
you're
shit.
gonna kill yours. Like, I get it. If this guy has a lot going for himself, man.
Right. He probably go to church. He's probably like a leader in the community or some
They
shit like that.
Photoshop that shit, man. I'd be like, man, they Photoshop that shit. That ain't me, man. That ain't me fucking giving that fucking goat head, man. I ain't giving that. That ain't me, man. They Photoshop me giving
That
the
goat ain't even come, man. That don't count.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. It don't matter if you don't finish, man. But yeah, man, this is crazy, man. Like seriously, man. I mean, he killed himself.
You know what it is? They don't got no problem solving skills. He should have just like been like, yeah, I'm fucking animals, and got a new flag for himself, and got an education for free off of that.
Nah, then he's not a liar. He's just not a liar like we are. Like
He's
maybe
a good
we
kid.
gonna
He's a good
like
kid. Yeah, he was
he's
a
a
really
good
good
kid.
kid.
Like we gonna lie. We gonna come up with stories. Just like if you get caught cheating, like you gonna say everything but that.
Yeah.
So he does not. We not. Nah, he not built. He not built like that. He's probably got a good, decent sense. I mean, obviously he do wild shit with some type of wild shit on his own, but we all got our quirks. You know what I'm saying? But on the outside, at least he got a good character. Probably.
I think though, hey, you got your mic is hot as shit, D man. I mean, it's flaming, man. You gotta make sure you watch what you doing on that mic, man. But this is this is. I think to assume that he did some strange shit is. I think that's an assumption. I mean, that is an assumption.
No, that's the cause. That's the whole
But he
point.
could have been a dick pic.
Okay.
If he got a micro, what if he got a micro dick? What do they call that shit? Micro penis or some shit?
Yeah.
What if he got a micro dick? Oh, and he sent a dick pic. And then the person was like, yo, I want to show this shit. I don't think he had to necessarily like, you know what I'm saying? Like
hump a goat.
yeah, I don't think he had to do that. Cause I mean, but yeah, this is just sad, man. Y'all gliders are losing so bad. We're gonna get into Willie McGinest and let's head over to after this. Oh, salute, man. Let me get this. I didn't even see this. Salute after this. I think in about 10 minutes we're gonna go over to Rumble, man. And get into this fucking football for this NFL analyst, man. Fucking let me see. He said, Genetic Freak says, I'm gonna go back to bringing up more Sun heroes that they lied to us about. Not sure if y'all heard, but the Pasty Libs are trying to help get Mamiya Abu Jamal out. Oh my God, they were trying to do that when I was at Roots Activity Learning Center in 1988. They were trying to get him out in '88. It's fucking. I can't believe they're still trying to get. He survived though. Salute to him. He's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive, and he
But
got a radio show.
He's got a radio show
from jail. He be broadcasting from jail.
Oh my God! Well, salute. I mean, shit.
Yeah,
Help.
salute, respect.
Yeah, respect to that, man. I mean, he making lemons out of lemonade, and he got a lot. Like they've been. This was before internet was even thought of. '88. He had flyers, and all the pro blacks was like, "Yeah, man, he ain't do this shit." And I was like, none of them knew anything about the case. They were just like, he didn't do it.
I remember in '98 they had a whole like hip hop series like Pharaoh Monch, the Black Dog from the Roots. Like they did like a series of songs for him. That's how I even learned about him, was from that joint.
Wow. Wow. And this guy is just some guy who shot a cop in Philly like fucking in 1982 or didn't. I mean, whatever. But like, it's crazy how they called him a political prisoner who fought and shot a cop in the 70s with several witnesses. Yeah, like he yeah, it
Was he a
wasn't like
Panther? What group was he with a group or he did his?
no, it was just like a situation. Like he got into it with the cop, and then they were fighting, and then he shot the cop. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
like, word got about that. Like I mean, like he was the flavor of the month for the pro blacks at that back in that time. Because I remember I told you pro blacks weren't like they are now. With everybody, the average nigga ain't know nothing about pro blackness and none of that shit. It was
right.
just a small subset. You know what I'm saying? I happened to be going to one of their schools. Like there was a doc. I went to a Dr. Umar school when I was a kid. Like, but what he wanted to create. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I went to that type of school. You know what I'm saying? And Roots
You
activity. You
talking
know
about
Roots?
Roots? Yeah,
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 you know
yeah.
Roots.
My
Yeah,
son went there for a year.
yeah, yeah. So your son went to Roots. You know what it's all about. Yeah. So yeah, I went there, and it was like you was like we was like weirdos and shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
now the kids is normal and shit. Like they probably like what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
cool
It's
and shit.
yeah. You're right. It's cool kids up that joint.
Yeah, yeah. We was like, you gonna wear what the African? What the fuck African? The fuck you African about that? Like, and I was really African, but you know what I'm saying, like the other kids, like you know what I'm saying,
Right.
like because Rambo was right up the street, and Charles, we would get on the bus with the Rambo kids, and then the Bacchus kids would be at Fort Totten. We got the Fort Totten. It was like they didn't know nothing. You couldn't listen. You could be in a fucking sea of sun people and nobody knew anything about none of that shit.
Right.
Nobody.
Right. Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, man, salute. I mean, the internet has made the white people think that a lot of black it's a flavor, it's a flavor, it's a wave. In 10 years, these black people ain't gonna be thinking about this pro black shit like that. It's gonna be still be some, but it's gonna go back to being a niche thing.
Yeah, it's already fizzling out.
Yeah, it's already fizzling out because it's bullshit. I mean, the
Right.
fucking it's bullshit. It's horse caca. But yeah, this guy killed himself, man. Damn.
Subsequently,
That's
he
tough,
took his life.
man.
Sergeant Christian Camarillo says that Cassie was working for a large sextortion operation based in West Africa, allegedly using the usernames Emily Smith and Cassie Jonathan to sexually exploit children on social media. Sergeant Camarillo commends the victim's mother, Pauline Stewart, for sharing her son's story nationally on the Dr. Phil show.
I lost my older son, Ryan, last.
And on Cron 4 News back in May.
Talk to your kids about what what apps they're on and also let them understand that not everybody that reaches out to them is who they say.
No, bitch. You got it wrong. And I hate to call her a bitch because she just lost her son, but tell your kid that he doesn't have to fucking kill himself because somebody has some pictures of him.
Right.
That part. You
That
fucking nut. You're just as crazy as he is. If all you could think to say is tell your kids that people reach. No, tell them even if somebody reaches out to them and gets some pictures of them, they'll fucking whack themselves.
Right.
It's her fault. He was a tender little motherfucking kid because of her ass, man.
Yeah, because he's just as manic as she is.
Yeah, like
crazy, by the way.
Under no circumstances, one of the options when someone has some pictures of you, you fucking kill yourself.
We love killing ourselves, though, man.
Yeah, I know. I know y'all do. Y'all do suicide at the same rate we do homicide.
We
Like,
don't even
that
get a
shit is
t-shirt neither, man. We just
crazy.
like it.
I think
y'all
yeah.
love-
I think I thought I heard of this happened to a Sun team recently too. Obviously, the rates are probably going to be.
No, yeah,
way
we did the
different.
story. We did the story.
Oh, okay. I'm about to
Something
say, yeah. Oh,
he
okay.
killed himself.
Yeah.
That shit was sad too. But it's like you know the gun memorial, man. You might see one or
Right.
two of us on there, but
Right.
they the ones doing. They kill. They be whacking them. Like I'm talking about bills. Like bills, bad. Like you behind on the bills. This little McLeod just going
Right.
there with the gun.
Right.
Like it's like
Killed the whole
damn.
family.
Like
Bro.
the bills.
We like to look at ourselves crying in the mirror, though, man. You don't understand that. Like,
Really? Salute
yeah,
the
it's
stunner,
all
man.
that emo shit. Cure, the Smiths. We're naturally miserable.
Salute the stunner, man. Yeah, Y'all some fucking weirdos, man.
They are.
Stewart says her son was demanded $5,000 and paid a portion of that money before taking his own life.
The guy demanded $5,000. I would have said, "Fuck you, faggot." Put the pictures out there. Now, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. If you're fucking cheating on your wife and shit, and somebody got pictures of you out on a date with another woman or some shit, and a motherfucker wants some money, you might be like, all right, I give you money for that shit.
Yeah, if
I want to hear
you
that.
got something to give. Yeah, if you got something to give.
Don't fucking kill yourself. And I'm not trying to make light of it, but this fucking kid killed himself.
Who they say they are.
Stewart says her son was demanded $5,000 and paid a portion of that money before taking his own life. The man police say is responsible is behind bars tonight at the Santa Clara County Main Jail.
That
District
nigga
Attorney
look like Thugger, like she, like Thugger cousin, man.
Jail. District Attorney Jeff Rosen saying in a statement, quote, "My wish for the people who use shame and fear to criminally extort money is that you get arrested, prosecuted, and spend the holidays and more behind bars. Shame on you." Sergeant Camarillo says it's likely that there are other minors who were targeted by Cassie due to his criminal patterns and use of social media. Anyone with information about this case or other cases involving Cassie can reach out to the San Jose Police Department to help with their investigation. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Rob Nesbitt.
I'm Rob Nesbitt, and I'm a dreamy, square-head white guy. Yeah,
Yo,
man.
he
This
paid and killed himself. Like, wow. That's crazy, son.
Hey, if you don't have Rumble, man, you better get it because we going over to Rumble now, man. I'm about to end the stream, man. Hold on, let me just show y'all the Willie McGinest thing, man. Right quick on this channel. So before we go over to Rumble, man. And then so we can, so just for the people here who want to see this video, want to. Willie McGinest, he is we're gonna show you the video on Rumble though. Willie McGinest off NFL Network amidst assault charges. So this guy, he's borderline Hall of Fame. He's not gonna get in, but he had a Hall of Fame career, man. Great career playing for the New England Patriots. And now he works for the NFL Network as an analyst. He's a talking head. He's like, Shaq and Charles Barkley. He talk about the game after the game and shit, yada, yada, yada. The NFL Network has told Mike Florio that Willie McGinest is off the rotation for now. The two-time Pro Bowler was arrested. Damn, he was only a Pro Bowler twice? That's crazy. Was arrested and charged with assault with a deadly weapon earlier this week. McGinest turned himself into police on Monday. Later that day, TMZ published a video that appeared to show McGinest striking a man first with his fist and then with a bottle while inside a Los Angeles nightclub. We are aware of the incident and the video, which is disturbing. A statement from the NFL Network sent to Pro Football Talk reads, Willie McGinest will not appear on the NFL Network while we review the matter. It does not appear that Willie McGinest has been terminated. His profile still appears on the NFL Network website. This guy right here, man, he literally, what he did was just so insane that it's almost like you can't even, I can't even fucking, I'm stunned by what this guy did. I ain't even gonna lie. What this guy did stunned me, man. For a guy who's an analyst on the NFL Network and a fucking a long career in the NFL and a fucking a man of this guy's on a plane every fucking other day. He's lives in a gated community. He's fucking living a great life. What he did was absolutely insane. Let me just show you a video from a safe video from the news channel, and then we'll get into the rawness on on Rumble in a minute. It's just bizarre. Like the Sun Man is just like
Got no
just
chill.
it's just bizarre, man. I mean, it, I can't even um I can't even like hard to it's hard to when I show you this video, it's hard to even imagine that like anybody would just do this. It's 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 just very, 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 very insane, man. I'm trying to find a safe video. I might just have to go to Rumble now, man. Because I can't find one that. Because here's the thing: everybody in YouTube is making videos on this, right? But if I make a video and show what this guy did, they'll give me a strike. That's the same thing like with Black Gen Z. Like if he does this video, he'll get a strike. If I do this video, I'll get a strike. But everybody else, you type this in, you'll see a bunch of people reviewing this fight on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? But if I do it, I'll get a strike.
Right. That's
It's
crazy.
just yeah, it's bananas. But yeah, let's go off the Rumble, man. Over the Rumble, man. Over the Rumble, man. I see you guys over there. If you haven't created a Rumble account, man, please do. The links are in the description box. You can see all the links to all the channels on the description box. Peace out. We're off of this joint now.